Hello, it's the literature lady and a bird and a book, a very large book called Oliver Twist, written by a warrior named Charles Dickens. Now I hope you brought your pens and your paper and your clay, because today we are going to make the little boy who lives in this book and a bird. There are no birds in this book, silly. There's a little boy though, and his name is Oliver Twist. So I'm going to use clay, because clay's my thing. I'm going to put my glasses on. And there. All right, we know Oliver's a boy. So we give him a head. Everybody has a head. And we're going to put his head on a body. I'm going to try to do it here. And I'm going to give Oliver 2 arms. So you give Oliver 2 arms because he's a boy, small boy. 2 arms and 2 legs. Let's give Oliver some legs. Yes, I am going to give Oliver some legs here. Okay, and his head. Don't forget, Oliver's a boy and he's human. He has a head. Now, there's my Oliver. See his head and his 2 legs and his arms and a bird. How did your Oliver turn out so far? Yay, Oliver! We also know Oliver's last name and bird. His name is Oliver Twist. So we have to take our Olivers and give them a twist. See how I gave my Oliver a twist? Yeah, Oliver Twist. There we go. So we have Oliver Twist. Now Oliver lived in a very bad time in London, England in 1837. And it was a bad time for children. Children were seen and not heard. They were beaten. They were slapped. They were locked into rooms. And a bird. And that's if you had parents who fed you and clothed you. Now if you didn't, like Oliver, he went to an orphanage or baby farm. So Oliver must have been a sad, sad little boy. So we are going to make a teardrop. Yes, take some clay. And you see this light bulb? Kind of look, yeah, that's it. You see that? Yeah, it's kind of like a teardrop. So we're going to make that in a teardrop. And this is definitely a teardrop. So here's our teardrop and a bird. So we're going to put that teardrop, because Oliver's sad, on Oliver's back. So he'll be sad, but not too many people will be able to tell. So he'll hide his sadness. Yeah. Oliver, an orphan, lives in this orphanage called a baby farm. And he is battered, and he is beaten, and he is abused. He's slapped, and he's starved almost to death. So, and a bird. So the other thing we know about Oliver is that he must have been very skinny. So he was starved to death. So let's make our Olivers skinny. Let's make the arms skinny. And the legs skinny. Because our Oliver was very skinny. And very sad. And he was so hungry that one day he went to the schoolmaster. And he said, "May I have some more, please?" Knowing that at any minute he might very well pass out and die. When he said those two words, "and a bird," when Oliver said those two words, "more, please," his life got much, much worse. He was beaten, tortured, thrown against walls. It was 10 times worse than any child in that awful place had ever known. So, if Oliver was sad before, Oliver was very sad now. So, we're going to give Oliver another teardrop, and we're going to make it even bigger. See? There's our little Oliver, skinny little Oliver, with a big teardrop on his back. And a bird. Now, in this big book is where Oliver lives. And this book and a bird has pages and words. And you can fold them. And you can even rip them. And you can read them. And a bird. But who wants to read this whole big book? That's not the way the book was written. The book wasn't written like that at all. This great warrior writer, Charles Dickens, who wrote this book, and a bird, to be read like a comic book. This book came out in little bits, 24 edition little bits. So you don't sit down and just read this big book. You get a bit, and a little bit, and a little bit more, until you're reading till you finish the book, just like a comic book. Every little bit you want to read a little bit more and find out what's going on, especially with this Oliver character. So, let's look at our Olivers and a bird. These are our little Olivers. And Oliver now is in the worst situation possible in that little orphanage, and he is beaten and battered. And they even want to make him a chimney sweep, which is the worst job ever for little boys, because they go up the chimneys to get the coal down that's stuck in the middle, and they fall and they die, and their bones break, and nobody cares. They just get another child. So this is what they wanted Oliver to do. That would definitely end his little life. But Oliver is good. Oliver is light and love. Oliver is the good guy with a good heart and a good soul. And a bird. But Oliver has